make them live what they rap. Big cap niggas ain't living like that. Do the most, get too close, you a ghost. Dope is a dope, you get more than a dose. Give all that I got till it ain't nothing left. I don't need no help, I could do it myself.
Niggas big cat like a mixed fiesta. Dope on the scale, you won't get no extra this way. Make your hoe do what the money say. Tell your old man he don't want it, babe. I just bought a new stick the other day. Cook dope on the stove or microwave. The neighbors don't like the J, they keep calling. Come on, I'ma keep serving the thumb and defy the ranks. Just be like funkus. No Q and not just the city. Keep focus my business, I'm just being honest. Keep dealers and killers among me. Wrap your ass up like a mummy. Stand that little white hood and dip on her. I feel like OJ little homie. Told the blow of the car, I'm alone. Send it to the Pope man. Ready P fly than most, higher than most. Try me, didn't I see a ghost? 93 OG, it came from West Coast. Time to you.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check.
What? Run, bitch!
Oh, come on now.
Brutality.
No.
Boy, if you don't get your chicken eating, watermelon munching, corn chip smelling, black hole looking, Kool-Aid drinking, wearing thug life, having Call of Duty playing anime, watching basketball bouncing line up, having ass monkey,
You've reached your limit on time. Shut the fuck up.
This is an opportunity to observe you niggas in your natural habitat and collect hate. But be warned, whatever nigga trickery you got up your sleeve does not affect.
All right, y'all. I was just giving me I was testing out all my sounds, man. Making sure all my sounds is right. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the chat. How y'all doing on this great Sunday evening? Say, who's smoking the weed? I'm smoking the weed. Say, who doing all the smoking? It's still 420 something. It's 420. Whoa, it's 424. Oh man, shout out to the chat, man. It's beautiful to see y'all, man. I'm giving a little time for people to get in here. You know, giving time for a little bit of people to come in here. I know just in the EARZ fashion, I was a little late, you know. Y'all, I'll be late to my own funeral probably. You know, sorry about that. Just sometimes things just don't be, you know, going the way I planned them to go. That's why I have a little problem setting my lives a couple of days ahead of time, because I can't never get my black ass here on time. All right, man, let me turn my camera on, man. Yeah, I'll be late to my own funeral, man. All y'all gonna be at my funeral like, oh, EARZ, oh, we miss EARZ. And then you're gonna open, they be like, okay, let's open the casket so everybody can see EARZ away. They be like, hold on, what the fuck EARZ at? And here my black ass go running in the room. My bad, y'all. My bad. Hold on, let me get in the casket. All right. Let me close my eyes. All right, y'all go ahead and finish grieving. Oh shit, man. Y'all go ahead and finish grieving. All right, I'm here, y'all. I'm back. I'm here, y'all. Yeah, I'm here. My bad, y'all. I was outside, you know what I'm saying, finishing up my blood. Hey, what you say, little lady? You see me running in, you leaving? So if you open the casket and I'm not in there, and then I just come running out the back like, oh, my bad, y'all. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm late. Oh, man. So, man, I hope everybody is having a wonderful Sunday. I hope your week has been great to you. I know everybody done worked their ass off this week. You might got a to 3-day break. Hopefully you got today off. Hopefully you got tomorrow off for the holiday. And you're enjoying yourself, man. You're enjoying your family. It's going to be Memorial Day, so we definitely got to remember whatever it is that we remember on Memorial Day. But we got some content today. We got some content today, man. Y'all know through the YouTube streets, and I went to find all the, you know, trending topics and some topics that are not trending, you know, some topics that just interest me a little bit, you know, gave me a good laugh or whatever, some inspiration or whatever it did. And I'm definitely going to bring that to y'all. Let me get my microphone right. I want it somewhere where it's not in my way. But at the same time, y'all can hear me pretty good. So, y'all, man, we going to go ahead and get started with the show. If anybody ever want to come up with anything, let me know in the chat. I don't mind dropping a link for anybody that wants to come up in the chat and wants to, you know, join the conversations that we're going to have. Now, today, what we got on the menu today, we got your boy, Chud The Builder. We got him on the list today. We also, y'all, if y'all haven't already checked it out, we're going to do a short reaction to a boxing match that happened last night between Ray J and a guy named, what is his name? Supa Hot Fire. Now, if y'all don't know who Supa Hot Fire is, back in the days, there was a meme where, how did that meme go? But this guy is famous from a meme. Let's just leave it like that, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna see Ray J have his first fight, because we done heard Ray J talk a lot of shit over the years, you know, how he'll beat niggas' ass. We done heard people say Ray J, you know, got some hands and everything. So we're gonna swing over there to Aiden Ross boxing to check out that, man. Check that out. See how that went. I thought that was pretty funny. But before we get into it, we're gonna go over a couple of little videos to go ahead and get y'all funny bone going. You know, the point on a couple of subjects. And depending on how long I decide to stay, those are gonna be my main two stories. But depending on how long I decide to stay, I might have a couple of body cam reactions that I thought were interesting and we can get into, man. One of them is kind of disturbing, but at the same time, it's something that we always touch over here on EARZ to the Streets. No point intended. What's good, Iceberg? Let me make sure I throw some shout outs to the people who have attended the new channel. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. And if you're new to the new channel, I gotta make sure I got all of my moderators modded up. Let me get Star in the area. Star has always been a great moderator. I know Star be on time to work. You can't tell me that Star don't be on time to work, cause when she see them EARZ to the Street, when she see EARZ to the Street going live, she one of the first ones in here. So I know Star one of those people where she the first one at work, or she 15 minutes early to work, and everybody be like, look at this motherfucker here, always on time to work and shit, making everybody else look bad. So y'all better stop letting Star make y'all look bad, man, showing up to work early, and y'all ain't showing up to work early. All my other mods. All my other mods now start making y'all look bad now. She showing up to work early, and y'all ain't at work early. Lovelace was a little late. Iceberg was a little late. Mika was a little late. Now, y'all know I'm just messing around with y'all, man. We just breaking the ice on the content. So, y'all, let's break the ice on the content. So, to the people, man, how many people went to church today? Anybody in the chat went to church today? Man, I'm about to show y'all why I stopped going to church. The last time I went to church, y'all, my pastor had me do some shit that I'm like, damn, hold up. He had me believing some shit that didn't make no sense. Now, if you went to church, you know what I'm saying, somebody probably done read the Bible to you, and they told you how Moses parted the Red Sea. And that didn't make no sense to none of us. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we believed it because we're like, okay, Moses, he God's boy. You know what I mean? So you got a lot of pastors these days that, you know, are trying to imitate what, you know what I'm saying, Moses did with the Red Sea. So last time I went to church, man, I messed around and followed behind the wrong pastor. Let me show y'all the pastor that I end up following behind that made me stop going to church. Let's check him out real quick, man. He had me all out here thinking that, you know what I'm saying, he was going to part the Red Sea, and this what ended up happening. Safe to say I'm not following this pastor no more, and I stopped going to church after that, y'all. I stopped going to church after that, man, trying to follow this pastor into the motherfucking sea. I'm thinking he about to do some magnificent shit. I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, go ahead now. The sea about to part. But we end up getting some waves. Oh, man. So, man, we got my boy Iceberg in the area, man. See, Iceberg used to be a cop, man, if people don't know. So, I'm going to show y'all what made Iceberg stop being a cop. I know what made Iceberg stop being a cop, y'all. Because the last day Iceberg was a cop, he had to handle a challenge that he wasn't willing to be fucking with no more. Let me show y'all why Iceberg stopped being a cop, y'all. They told Iceberg he had one call, y'all, and it wasn't the usual suspect. Hold up real quick. It wasn't the usual suspect. So I got some footage of Iceberg's last day as a cop. Y'all hear Iceberg in the background? Like, man, you gotta grab him, get him. Iceberg. Y'all, oh, I don't know how y'all. Hey, they said Iceberg out there to go get the wrong suspect, man, and Iceberg like, oh, fuck nah, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Come on. And the suspect got away, y'all. The suspect got away. They could not, the pigs could not arrest the pig. Let's see that one more time. Yeah, man, and we haven't had Iceberg, try to make an attempt to, go back into the force no more, man, because that's the type of shit they had my dog doing, man. That's the type of shit they had my dog doing, man. And I don't blame you for, getting out of the force, brother. I don't blame you. But anyway, man, let's get on to our topics of the day. So we're gonna start out with some of these Aiden Ross fights. Now, there's only two fights there's actually three fights that grabbed my attention. But the main fight that grabbed my attention was of, a celebrity that we all know. We've seen him do antics where, depending on what side you're on, you might want to beat his ass when you heard him say certain shit, or you might want to, or you just looked at him weird when he said certain shit. Depends. But if you wanted to see a good fight, I thought this was an entertaining fight. So let's check out a little bit of the Ray J versus Super Hot Nova. Now, like I say, Super Hot Nova, I would have to show y'all the meme that he was one of the first people to go viral off a meme, because he was doing a rap battle. But when he got done with the rap battle, he made this famous pose. So a lot of y'all might have seen him before. When you see him, you probably recognize him or whatever. But he decided to do a boxing match with Ray J. So let's see how that went.
Big fans of like the Dagestan. I know you're not from Dagestan, but
Now,
like Marab was here, right?
Yeah.
He's a big fan.
Thank you.
Having questions for Russ?
The fight is not that long.
I say that on live so people know I'm like the fan.
You gotta come Russia.
I've been to Russia. I saw Moscow, St. Petersburg.
How was Russia? Good?
I have so many fans in Russia.
All right.
I when like Russia and United States.
All right, guys, Paul, luck on the fight.
Two black guys, usual.
I can't believe I'm seeing this right now. This is awesome.
Let's go. Let's go. Ready?
So this look like it's this look like the dad bod match here. Yeah, and it's MMA style. This is the first time I seen them do an MMA style type boxing match. So I was kind of glad to see that.
Hey, don't blink. That's all I can say.
Yo, Ray J, he took shit about Kim Kardashian.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
Wait.
Oh shit, nigga, Ray J came in this motherfucking. Ray J ain't come to play. Ray J came straight at his head now.
Hey, Ray J, wait, what?
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? That's how he wasn't.
But see, the problem with what Ray J doing, it's obvious he's spending a lot of energy. If I was to ever do one of these boxing matches, which I probably won't, but for the right bag, shit, you could get ears in that ring now. You know what I'm saying? For that right bag, I get my ass in the gym, I get my training on, and I get out there and put on the show. But you can tell that he's spending a lot of energy that he's gonna wish he had later.
I had one.
Bro, what is he doing? What is Supa doing?
Best friends.
What is he doing?
He's running.
Why?
If I had one wish.
But why is he not throwing anything?
Super high five would
It's
be
a game
on
plan. It's a
flame.
game plan.
What's the game plan? Not throwing any punches?
He's doing an LA Fitness technique. LA Fitness technique.
Wait, didn't he get, in his last fight, Aiden, didn't he get knocked out?
Supa? No.
No?
Why is Supa not throwing anything?
No, it was a controversial loss apparently. A lot.
Yeah, I'll fuck up a lot of niggas in that motherfucking ring. Niggas think it's a game. You know what I'm saying? As long as I don't got to worry about other niggas jumping in, shit, I can take a punch. Nigga, I ain't got no glass jaw. And I could dish one out, too. A hell of a one, too. I got a hell of a right hook. You can believe that. And my uppercut game is on point.
Upset.
But
yeah.
No, it says Super Hot Fire is.
You said what's going on with Ray J hair? Ray J got his hair dyed and, cut in a certain way. He wanted to make sure, he stood out. But what stood out is kind of, the dad bods on these dudes. They came to fight, but neither one of them was in tip-top shape. They in 40-plus nigga shape. I can't talk too much because, I'm kind of shaped like Ray J.
Is coming off a loss to Gypsy.
yeah, but why is he not throwing anything?
A lot of people were upset about that, but
Well, I'm asking you why he's not.
He's had multiple controversial losses.
yeah, exactly.
Yo, Aiden, I think
Mic check. Y'all, my stream deck wasn't saying that I was muted. I hit the button. That wasn't my fault, y'all. That wasn't my fault. I hit the button. It said I wasn't mute, but I had to look at my analog stick, and I was mute. Sorry about that. But like I was saying while I was on mute, shout out to David Johnson. I probably would beat both of these niggas up. I ain't lying. Because the way Ray J got him right now, man, I got some moves. What's good, R&B Garvey?
Kanye's good, to be honest.
I saw the impersonator.
Oh, that's an impersonator?
Bro, he's not throwing anything.
Maybe Supa Hot is just waiting for him to gas out.
Yeah. But why is
That's exactly what I think Supa Hot was doing. Supa Hot played this the right way.
he throwing a punch?
Yeah, I think you should call FBI because I bet it on Supa Hot Fire. Call FBI.
What is happening?
Well, bro, this is not. He's not throwing anything.
I swear to God, I bet on Supa Hot Fire. Call FBI. This guy have.
Why is he not throwing a punch, Jordan?
He's going to jail.
Wait, can he fight? Can he actually fight this?
Yeah. Yes, he can. He's a great
I
fighter.
just want to make guess him out.
It looks like he can't fight.
So I know this is MMA, but it was a boxer named Willie Pep back in like the, I think, 40s or 50s, in the 1940s, 50s. He actually won a round without throwing a punch.
Supa, what are you doing?
Yeah. Willie Pep.
You know what? My button is not showing the indicator, so I'm just going to stop putting myself on mute from now on. I appreciate that, Iceberg, because when I hit my mute button, it's not doing the little cross-out thing. So when I'm hitting it again, I'm thinking that I'm not mute, so.
Yeah, that was during the slavery time, and they're not.
No, but he was a white guy, too.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, I think like Italian dude.
Are you trying to bring back segregation, Aiden?
No, I'm trying to figure out why he's not throwing a punch.
I could be wrong on my facts, but I know Willie Pep won around.
He fights good?
Yeah, he really does fight good. He knows how to fight, and he's been training. That's why I'm really weirded out right now.
Yeah, Aiden, who do you think win in the fight, me or Supa Hot Fire?
I don't know.
Supa Hot's a good fighter, guys. I don't know why he's not throwing anything right now.
By the look of it, I feel like he hasn't beat Kenny.
No, he's actually a good fighter. I don't know why he's not throwing
Who do you
punches.
think win in the fight, me or Armin?
You know.
All right, I got it.
Yeah, like he's playing
Supa
with
Hot
Ray
look like
J,
he's just
though.
playing.
He's playing in your face.
Why you playing with your
Danny,
food?
that's like saying who would win in a rap battle, me or Nicki Minaj?
No, that nigga
Yeah,
out,
definitely
Ray
you.
J.
No,
There you go.
there's no way.
Now, that was a nice one. What's good, man?
10 seconds.
Yeah, both of them bad bodies.
This thing out,
I ain't gonna
please.
lie, this the dad body.
So I guess he's just
Good
playing.
jabs by Ray J, though.
Yeah,
Man,
probably
this
next
40
round he's
enough
gonna like a
What the
change.
fuck is he doing?
Aiden, if Supa Hot Fire doesn't show anything in this fight,
Let's get to the second. Now look at this shit here.
Where's her? Is she?
Aiden, what the fuck
Who
is going on?
does
I have, guys,
He's
Who the
like,
fuck going to
he's
Tony?
he's fucking
Get
filming
on
in
talking
FaceTime.
to somebody.
What is happening?
And
FaceTiming.
have a white girl twerking for him.
What is happening? You know
He's
what?
FaceTiming with somebody.
Remember when you were wrestling Shara and Thor had the phone?
Yeah, same.
That's exactly what's happening.
is people clipping this? Because this is something.
Why is he on FaceTime in the ring? What the fuck is going on?
All right, y'all.
Now he's gonna knock him out.
You think so?
Yeah, it was a game.
Armin, I put
So he's playing
$5
games.
$5 bet. $5. I got Supa Hot Fire.
Round two.
Who you got?
I got the
The last.
Oh, he's
Oh. Ray J like, hold up, bro. Hold up. We ain't supposed to be doing all this. Boy, that nigga came out with a 3-piece in a biscuit out the gate.
Who you got?
I got the
Thought he was about to-
Oh shit.
Okay.
All right, you want me to
So he was fucking around.
Right, left.
Okay. So he was just talking shit. Okay. Oh, wow.
He was playing, I told you.
That nigga head on.
I think he's doing this right.
Hold up.
Fatality.
What just happened there, buddy? What just happened there?
I told you.
I think he's doing
Boom.
this for like.
Oh, your drunk uncle. Your drunk uncle at Thanksgiving.
I felt it.
Your drunk uncle at Thanksgiving. Yeah, if he would have fought out the gate and he would have fought like that, yeah, that shit would have been down go free. Now the replay gonna tell it all. Bam! Ooh. That nigga started talking to himself like, hold, you ain't gonna do me like that. Hold up. Which one of y'all niggas hit me? That nigga Ray J looking like Chris Tucker. Which one of you motherfuckers just hit me? Nah, bro, you got too many people jumping me. And that nigga knotted up. Look at that knot that came on his head. When he got that knot? He got slob coming out his mouth. Hold on. That nigga went cock-eyed, slob, drool and shit started coming out his mouth. He wanted to swing again, but he just couldn't. This nigga look like he was laughing the whole time. You can ring my bell. Ring my bell. Ring my bell. You can ring my bell. You can throw the hit. That boy cock-eyed. Look at that knot. You did not win this fight. This was not your night. Yo, he cannot understand what's going on right now. What's going on, Miss Madeline? He could not fathom what's going on right now.
You can't tell me about your come on, give me one. We got a big knot on your head. Okay, come back and fight again. Hey, I know. Come back and fight again.
Don't hit my nigga like that, though.
No.
You can fight that.
Be good. Hey, be good. Be good. Be good. Be good. Hey, no, be good. Be good.
Bro, Ray J mad because you got knocked out. Nah, bro, you got knocked out. But you can tell they were supposed to rig the fight.
Hey, Supa. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, fighting out at 26 seconds of the second round, Supa Hot Fire!
I don't think Ray J can. He don't know what's going on.
Oh shit. Is Ray J? I ain't gonna lie, Ray J, you got a good ass haircut too, though, bro. That's what matters most.
Damn, they done knocked over the whole fucking table.
So come here right beside. Is you good? Hell no.
Hell no.
What the fuck just happened?
Bro. What the fuck, bro?
You talked all that tough shit. Yeah, hold on, don't talk to him. You don't deserve to talk to him.
How you shot, bro? Hold up, bro. What's going on, bro? Yeah, you don't deserve to talk to him. How you trying to talk to the man that knocked you out? All the talking is done, bro. I don't know if y'all seen the pre-fight where, you know, they was talking shit. Super Hot 5 was talking about Kim Kardashian and all type of shit. Ray J was talking big shit. I even think Ray J threatened to violate the nigga after he knocked him out.
What the fuck was that? You done got a good ass haircut and then came here and got stunned.
Yo, I thought we had a plan.
A plan? What? You thought y'all had a plan? See, niggas always fuck up the lick. We all know that some of these fights are possibly rigged. What the fuck you mean you thought y'all had a plan?
You done got a good ass haircut and then came here and got stunned.
Yo, I thought we had a plan.
You see how old boy looked at him like, a plan?
What the fuck you just say? Hot, super hot. Come here. Come on.
And that nigga just laughing his ass off. It seemed like he was laughing the whole fucking fight. And they might have had a plan. But he had a plan for the plan. And that plan didn't include you, Ray J.
A motherfucker, bro. Damn, bro. Like that? For real, my nigga? That's janky as fuck.
Nigga, say what you gotta say, man.
I don't want to say too much because I don't want to get nobody in trouble, but damn.
Nigga, you already said too much. You already said too much. What the fuck going on?
Damn, my nigga. Nigga, we took an L tonight.
We took an L tonight. So what this nigga telling that he did, he must have, both of them must have did some little janky shit. He probably betted Ray J like, hey, let's bet with somebody that you gonna win this fight. And then that nigga went and made a counter bet with somebody else. You talking about we took an L? No, nigga, you took an L.
We didn't take shit. Your ass was over here. You want me to show you what you did? Where was y'all at? You were somewhere around this rain bed sign, and he took one punch. Hey, what? Ray J, this is professional, man. You can't just do what the fuck.
I gotta talk to the nigga about.
Y'all talk backstage. I ain't even gonna interview y'all. Supa, come here. Come here. Supa.
Money we lost. Nigga.
We didn't think you was gonna win. So how y'all lost money?
Wow.
I ain't gonna, that's a good.
My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. My microphone, my StreamYard is acting, not StreamYard, but my Stream Deck is acting crazy.
Method though. If I got my ass knocked out, I'd be like, nigga, you fucked up. Look at that.
I can't.
What is that? Is that one of those unicorns?
See it, my nigga.
You got one of them cartoon lumps. You know when I love you, dog. Well, Supa Hot will holler at you. That nigga shit lumped like. Lord have mercy. Why you got this camera in my goddamn face, man? Brand responsibility. Matter of fact, switch over to the live camera, man. We got to go down and talk to my people.
It's over, man. It's over, bro. Let it go, bro. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. So we ain't gonna go through all the motions of the other people and all that stuff like that. But they did have a couple of other interesting fights and everything. Now, Ray J went on social media and claimed that the fight was rigged. But it's obvious that if he would have won, that's when the fight would have really been rigged, because I don't know what you're talking about when you're claiming that, we had a plan and all that shit like that. I mean, that's definitely messing up the integrity of their boxing thing that they're going on. I actually like it. I like to see the matches or whatever. I like to see that, these guys are willing to put their fists where their mouth at. And, but I don't want to find out that it's rigged where dudes are making bets. And if you decide to make a bet that is already rigged, they ain't even really fighting. Because I guess if these dudes really felt like they was going to be fighting for real, they wouldn't even jump in the ring because they'll feel like, hey, I'm scared to get beat up. Now, here's another fight that is not going to last long. So we're going to go ahead and go over this fight too. Now, this fight stems from an actual basketball game, because now we got two NBA players. Now, if you don't know who these two NBA players are, this is going to be Lance Stevenson and Michael Beasley. Now, if I had to just pick, and I'm going to let y'all choose in the comment sector if you haven't already seen this fight. If I had to pick who would win this fight, MMA style, who would I pick? And to be honest, I probably would pick Michael Beasley, thinking like, because I'm thinking boxing. So before I actually seen this, I definitely, my pick from the beginning would be Michael Beasley. So let's check out this match. And this is Michael Beasley for the people who don't know. Ex-NBA player, former #1 overall draft pick. So let's check it out.
Basketball, you can take basketball. All right. Locked in. Yeah, he's locked. Let's see it right here. Chat, who do you guys got, Mike or Lance?
Oh my lord, he looks like he's in a trance.
All right.
I didn't even realize it was MMA till you just said it.
Yep. Look how fucking big they are.
I like the feints already. Easily.
This looks so weird.
It's so weird. They're supposed to be on a fucking.
But this nigga's so skinny though. If I'm fighting this nigga, as far as Michael Beasley, I'm trying to take this nigga down immediately. I ain't really trying to go hand to hand because the nigga got reach.
Basketball court. Why are they in a ring?
Unfinished business. Yup.
This is so fucking weird, guys.
This is crazy, bro.
Oh, I don't like that Michael's pawing out at everything right now.
Who makes sharper, Wade?
I mean, no one's throwing a punch yet.
Oh, wait.
There's the left hand. Oh, shit. So, something to note. Michael Beasley's acting.
Oh, Lance taking him down? No. Oh!
My fault, y'all. My fault, y'all. My damn mouse just went crazy. Let me rewind that back. Sorry about that, y'all.
Unfinished business. Yup.
This is so fucking weird, guys.
This is crazy, bro.
Oh, I don't like that Michael's pawing out at everything right now.
Who makes sharper, Wade?
I mean, no one's throwing a punch yet.
Oh, wait.
There's the left hand.
Oh,
shit.
I ain't gonna lie
Something to note.
that nigga
Michael Beasley's
Beasley-
acting.
Oh, Lance taking him down?
That nigga Michael Beasley got some hands now. Them hands are fast. If he would have connected, you know, could have did some damage. But Lance Stevenson is doing the right thing right here. You got to take this nigga down. Them hands are lethal.
No. Oh!
Guillotine attempt. Potential guillotine attempt.
Already?
If Beasley knows how to do it, I don't know if he understands what a guillotine is.
Oh, I think it's
Strong motherfucker.
Is that tight right there or no?
No, not at all. I think his hands are kind of trapped.
Yeah, see, right now, if he could hold on to his head and could have, you know, guillotined his neck, this could have been over.
More than they're doing anything.
Look at Michael's face.
Lance Stevenson's sitting in half guard right here. Stevenson in half guard. I don't even think he knows he's in half guard.
Oh, wait a minute.
I like this elbow in the throat. This is nice.
Oh, wait.
No.
Oh,
Mike's
no.
gonna get it.
He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it.
No, he does. He does.
What? Now, that might be rigged right there, y'all. That might have been rigged right there. Because I don't feel like he even had his, you know what I'm saying, his forearm all the way around his throat long enough for him to want to, you know, tap out.
Oh, my God.
It wasn't conventional. It wasn't technical, but he got it done. Wow.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Just like that.
Get back.
He got his get back.
Lance Stevenson gets his get back.
Still down.
Oh, he's not okay.
He felt that shit, bro.
He's disappointed in himself more than anything here. But this is, like I said, this was not a technical rear naked choke. This was not something they teach, but you don't have to. Just get an arm around the neck and squeeze.
Damn.
And Beasley just had no idea what he was doing on the ground here. He gave up his back.
Nah, I ain't buying that, bro. I ain't buying that. He ain't got his body tied down or nothing. Nah, I ain't really buying that choke out.
I will say, though, wait, Lance looks like he kind of knows what he's doing.
The hands were nice. He had a cable grip and then squeezed as hard as he could. And then again, the forearm was right across the neck. GG's, it's over.
Damn.
Dude, that is actually crazy as fuck.
God.
I thought Mike was winning that fight, though, guys. I'll be honest. I thought Mike was going to win it. You knew Lance. You knew Lance.
Yeah, so I'm starting to look a little sideways at what they got going on the, you know, of course we enjoy the entertainment of it, but I'm starting to look at, you know, Aiden Ross's little shit kind of sideways. Now, there was one more fight, Johnny Manziel, Mr. Football, to the females that, you know, probably didn't keep up with football and all that stuff like that. But if you're a guy that watched football for a while, you know who this next guy is. And this fight is kind of short too, so. But I just thought it was entertaining, so I'm going to show this one real fast too. But we have a former number one. No, was Johnny Manziel number one? Somebody remind me, but I know he was the biggest thing since sliced bread when he was coming out of college. He turned out to be the type of guy that didn't want to stop drinking, partying, and all that stuff like that. So he kind of swindled his opportunity. But, you know, probably due to money problems or whatever, they found him an opponent to come in here and fight. So let's see what he got. Let's see some white-on-white violence.
Hands up.
Oh, my God. Johnny's kicking. Oh.
What the hell? I ain't gonna lie. I want to see Johnny fight a black dude now. Yeah, hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Now, imagine about to fight a white boy like this.
Run out of here and jump in a fucking Uber.
Here we go. What's happening? Oh, put your hands up.
Oh my God, Johnny's kicking. Oh, holy shit. Oh, shit.
God damn. When you talk about kicking somebody's ass, I'm talking about literally. When you say kicking somebody's ass, this is what you mean, y'all. Dead in the ass.
Oh! What are we watching?
Oh my God! Oh!
My God!
Mary's talking shit like he's on some wrestling.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
Hey, Bob's got his guts.
Bob Menery fights exactly the way you would think he
Bob
would.
doesn't have anything. Bob doesn't have anything. But I mean,
See, this is how you can tell that they actually ain't trying to hurt each other. Because boy, I would have been shooting that nigga some hell of a knees. When he just hit that ground right there, let me go back a little bit. Show you right here. This used to be my specialty right here. If I got a nigga like this, oh, this nigga, your nose about to be broke damn near. I'm about to shoot you some vicious ones. Elbow right here. So, you know, they ain't trying to hurt each other. They ain't trying to.
Bob Menery fights exactly the way you would think he would.
Bob doesn't have anything. Bob doesn't have anything. But I mean,
Johnny needs to start dropping some elbows
See, bro wouldn't even had no teeth right now.
right there.
well, Bob, I mean, it's controlling him a little bit. He's doing something.
So Bob,
Can you knee a nigga in the face in MMA? I'm just checking.
Menery was sending me wrestling videos.
No way.
And I'm just telling Dana, and Dana's like, I think those are 2 years old.
Oh my God.
What?
And now that I'm watching him, I'm not sure. Maybe he has been training a little wrestling.
But I mean, he's not really.
Oh wow.
Wonder if Bob.
Oh, wait a minute. No way. Is he gonna call it?
Let's go.
His mouthpiece.
He spit his mouthpiece out.
Is he gonna call it?
I can't believe Bob lasted this long, to be honest with you.
I can't believe he showed up.
Some blood.
Man, who you beating up on, man? I don't even know who dude is.
What is happening?
Right now, he's wishing he didn't.
Oh no.
Put the mouthpiece back
put it-
in.
Put it in his mouth. There you go.
Got enough fucking problems without having no.
Put your mouthpiece back in so I can punch you in your mouth some more.
Not even in. Put the mouthpiece in.
Oh, if he gets the legs up, I would be stunned. Oh, come on, Bob.
Put your mouthpiece in, Bob.
Oh, put the mouthpiece in.
Spit it out again.
The ref,
Spit it out.
Yes.
the ref put it in for him. He spit it out again.
Oh, hold on.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Camera system.
Bob,
If Bob gets out, this is the biggest win of his career.
strip out,
Oh,
Bob.
hold on a second now.
Strip out, Bob.
Oh, man. Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob.
What the fuck?
Damn.
Oh, man. So, yeah, man, they had a little white-on-white violence. I thought that was a little entertaining, too, man, to see him, you know, kicking his homeboy ass. But like I said, I think there's a lot of integrity that has left those matches. Because at first I was thinking that they definitely were real. But now that I keep looking at them, man, I'm seeing that, you know, some of them not looking too real. Nah. I'm not believing that you got a man down there and you don't do no ground and pound, you know, stuff like that. But anyway, man, let's get to our next subject. Now, of course, I do want to get to Bob the Builder. But before I get to Bob the Builder, but you know what? I am going to do Bob the Builder first. And if I feel like going through these other two stories, I'll get to them. But Bob the Builder's part probably will be the longest. So let's get to Bob the Builder. Oh, damn. Did I just say Bob the Builder? Is that nigga name? Chud the Builder. I'm thinking about Bob. Y'all niggas like, who the fuck is Bob? Who the fuck is Bob? I meant to say Chud. He look like a Bob, though, don't he? He do look like a Bob. Shit. That's why I was calling him Bob. Chud, my bad, y'all. So, Chud has gotten a new bond, y'all. I told y'all this, you know, when we went over the Chud the Builder situation last week. I mentioned that he was going to go back in front of the court for a preliminary hearing, and that he would get a reduced bond. And I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I did figure that there would be some other copycat racists or some other guys that are going to show up to the court, try to act like, you know, oh, free speech, why you can't do this? Why you know, try to act like the other people that have higher bonds, he's getting treated unfairly, all of that stuff. I knew that they was going to do that. And this is why I wasn't in agreement with having $1 million, what it was, 1.25. I wasn't in agreement with them putting that bond that high because I knew they was going to use this little tactic of, you know, you're being unfair to him. Now, I do believe that they should have just said no bond because of the reason you're already out on bond. That's enough of a reason right there. But the fact that they're, you know, putting it up there and making it like, hey, we're discriminating against you, or we're going to give you this high bond because the nature of your crime and all that stuff like that, I don't think they should have did that. But, yeah, he did get a bond reduction, so let's check out that.
All right, for the record, Mr. Ethley's now in the courtroom with...
Your Justice.
All right, take him into custody.
And as he was in the court for his bond hearing, you had this guy now. You probably don't know who this guy is, but I'm about to remind you who this guy is. This guy here, name is Jake Lang. He came to the courthouse, and he's probably one of the few people who, you know, came in the name of Chud the Builder. Now, his dumb ass managed to get himself locked up.
Take him into custody. I told you, sir, you did not have a speaking role today. You decided that you wanted one for whatever reason. I don't know why, but take him into custody.
And this is exactly what he want, because he want the alt-right. He want these racist white people to look like he got treated different. But even in the last court session, that judge made it perfectly clear that he wasn't bullshitting with nobody, whether you for Chud or against Chud. Don't come in his courtroom yelling out shit, saying shit. Don't say a motherfucking thing. Yep, I don't want to hear it. Shut the fuck up. Don't talk. But being that these people know that this is being recorded, and being that this is possibly a CIA-fed psyop to get a civil war, a whole uprising of a bunch of, you know, idiots, get people arguing, fighting over what is free speech, what is not. This is what they want to do. See, this guy is trying to look like a patriot by going to jail for 10 days and trying to act like he got wronged by this lawyer. Now, only thing they're waiting on is that orange motherfucker to start agreeing with them. And when that happens, all hell gonna break loose. And Berg, if you want to come up and chime in on this, because I see you say you was gonna cover this earlier. So yeah, you can pull up and chime in on it if you want. I'll drop the link. Oh, hold up, you know what? Let me drop the link from this one.
However, anybody on that side of the bar does not have a speaking role in any of these proceedings today. There's not going to be any hoopla or shenanigans from the gallery. You're going to be removed, and I'll talk about that in a second.
Can you read what these posts say?
The initial part says, "I will defend my life with lethal force. Do not approach me with intent to threaten bodily harm."
I think it's reasonable to have a gag order on the defendant should he make bond, and I guess even while he's in the jail and has his, I don't know, iPad or whatever, but he cannot live stream, post, or anything that indirectly or directly encompasses these offenses.
So what they're pretty much saying is, and this is kind of a edited version of his arraignment, and like I told y'all on the last round, the arraignment is when they kind of tell what they have, what evidence they have, let the person plead guilty or not, and they can proceed with giving a bond reduction or a bond if you haven't been given one already, and let you know if they have enough to go to a grand jury. Right now, I think his lawyer is pleading for him to get let out with a reduced bond. The bond is 1.25. They're pretty much trying to push that, hey, if you let him out, we'll do a gag order on this case, can't do no content, can't have no guns, can't, do any of the dumb shit he was doing to get himself in here. And the judge had to make a decision about that. And somebody in the chat had mentioned that there's a copycat guy. I don't know if he was a copycat, but because we've had white people run around and call black people the N-word all the time and get knocked the fuck out. It just haven't always been on camera. So now that we got Chud The Builder that tried to make a thing out of it, we had footage of another guy that, decided that he wanted to talk crazy out the mouth. And you ain't got to talk crazy out the mouth and say the N-word to get knocked the fuck out. If a black dude is walking down the street and y'all right beside each other and he started calling you names, calling you out your name, shit, I'm pretty sure you'll knock the shit out of his ass. Ain't nobody got no special privilege.
But the First Amendment is.
But the white man want to be the only one to talk shit and not get knocked the fuck out. Chud, whether you say nigga or you call him a bitch ass motherfucker or a pussy or whatever, disrespect will get your ass knocked out. I don't want to hear no shit about no free speech. Yeah, you can say whatever you want to. But you free to get an ass whooping too. So regardless if he running around saying nigga, I don't give a fuck that he's saying nigga. All this is doing is just stirring up a whole bunch of bullshit. Now, if you disrespect somebody, you're going to get your ass whooped. But that don't mean you get to shoot somebody for getting your ass whooped. Because if they're going to change the law to that, now we're about to have a real serious problem. If all it takes is somebody to come and punch you in your face or start beating your ass and you can shoot them, shit, niggas been doing that for the longest.
It's very important to a free country. Without us being able to talk about ideas freely, we can't really be a free society. Now, I mean, repugnant ideas are still protected under rights of free speech, so people are free to go say whatever offensive things they want to say as long as it's not calling for someone to hurt somebody else.
Fuck, what the fuck is going on with my mute button? Sorry about that, y'all. What these people are trying to make this thing about is free speech. This ain't got nothing to do with free speech. The people who are trying to defend him, and I'm pretty sure the lawyer is going to try to do this when they get in the trial, but it's about you can't shoot somebody for saying whatever the fuck for putting their hands on you, for beating your ass. Not in Tennessee anyway. Maybe in Georgia, maybe in Florida. But you just can't shoot people because they punched you in your face because of your free speech.
That's a $1 million bond with the following conditions: no weapons, GPS monitor.
So he put out $1 million bond. So it went from it went from 1.2 million to 1 million. So Chud had his bond reduced by $250,000. Now, most people, if they got a $250,000 bond, they can't even get out. So, I mean, shit. They did him a favor. They gave him a reduced bond. You shot a man. We don't give a fuck why you shot the man. You shot a man that wasn't armed. Yes, he attacked you. But he wasn't armed. It wasn't no self-defense. Not in Tennessee. Maybe in Florida, but not in Tennessee. The law clearly says that. And you got a whole bunch of lawyers that are switching up what the fuck the law is now to try to, you know, mold it to this situation. And we're about to check out a little bit of that.
There will be a gag order for Mr. Etherly regarding social media live streaming about the facts or the parties involved in this case.
So pretty much, even if they do let him out, he can't run around doing interviews. He can't do no more of the shit that he already been doing. None of that. He pretty much gonna be silenced. And even by the time he can start speaking, which probably be after the trial or whatever like that, it'll probably be very lucrative for him. Unless he goes to prison.
That's going to help him as much as anything.
Oh, po Chud. Po Chud. Now, you got a couple of lawyers that have, you know, put out things, you know, trying to gaslight the people, you know, that are supporting this guy. So let's check out.
Can you really earn a degree without paying anything?
Say about the situation that Chud is in.
Known as Chud the Builder finds himself in hot water, testing the limits of our rights. In this week's Ask Isaacs, Lori Tucker takes questions about the case to legal analyst Greg Isaacs.
Greg, thank you for joining us.
Lori, it's good to be here.
Now, y'all, I haven't listened to this yet. I don't know what this man is about to say. But I got a feeling that all of a sudden the law kind of moves around.
We are in the newsroom. It looks a little different right now. This is normally where we do our live stream every Wednesday at 1:30, and we decided to keep it in here for this segment because it's pretty appropriate when we're talking about a guy who is known as quite the provocateur on his live streams on X, and that is Chud the Builder. He is known as a rage baiter. Let's talk more about what he has done in the past. And
how do you get this much attention for some degenerate ass shit? How? Why is this the biggest story in this city, in the country? Why? Who is helping push this dude? He shouldn't even had a kick account to even put this shit on. If I run around right now, start running up on white people, calling them cracker, harassing them and all that, and one of them, you know, and I end up shooting one of them because one of them punched me in my face. Unless I have the type of backing that's going to push this shit out into the algorithm, nobody's going to know about it. I'm not going to have a whole bunch of people getting behind me and say, yo, it was free speech. Nah, black people going to say that, nigga, what the fuck wrong with that dumbass nigga? Unless it was you know.
the trouble that he is in right now when it comes to attempted murder charges.
Chud the Builder has a significant following on X, and he's a rage baiter. What he does is he'll approach pedestrians, use very salacious language, typically with a racial overtone, and then try to get a reaction. Chud the Builder, a.k.a. Dalton Etherly, took that little act outside the Montgomery County Courthouse in Clarksville, Tennessee.
Just a few weeks ago.
And he encountered an African-American individual that was a military veteran. They were engaging in some words. The warrants say that Etherly He took a bladed stance, kind of like this, removed a firearm from his jacket pocket and began to fire, injuring.
Fuck, man, this shit keep going on mute. In any situation, you're not allowed to just pull out a firearm without somebody else having a firearm. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to leave the mic on. I said I was going to do it earlier.
The other individual, and also shooting himself in the arm. And he's charged with some serious criminal offenses, Lori.
Let's go down that list. First, as I mentioned earlier, is attempted murder. Also, we have aggravated assault, employment of a firearm during a dangerous felony.
I think he'll get off on the attempted murder, and they'll probably keep him with the aggravated assault. In Georgia, that would have been an aggravated assault. They wouldn't have charged you with attempted murder. So,
Reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon, and his bond is set at $1.25 million. Why such a high bond?
Well, because one of the main factors in a bond is to reasonably assure someone's appearance, but also to ensure the safety of the community. And one thing that the judge focused in on was that all the people in that courtyard area,
there were several bystanders.
Bystanders were placed in danger by this reckless conduct, but serious charges: attempted homicide, 15 to 25 years; aggravated assault, 3 to 6 years; reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon, 1 to 2 years; employment of a firearm, another offense that is going to be stacked on top. But here's what's going to be interesting as this case.
if I had to guess, y'all, he's going to get convicted of the aggravated assault. Right? Yeah, he shot him 3 times. That's aggravated assault in most places, right? He shot himself 1 time also. He's definitely going to get convicted of the criminal endangerment because of the other people that were around when he started firing shots. He's going to be found guilty on the aggravated assault. No, it was called reckless endangerment. I'm sorry. He's going to get found guilty on the aggravated assault. He's going to get found not guilty possibly on the attempted homicide, whether people like it or not. So I think he'll be looking at around like 5 years, though. And a lot of people are not going to like that. There's no win here, in my opinion.
Case plays out in the Montgomery County Courthouse. So if you are the prosecution, you are going to try to establish Etherly's intent, his mens rea, and you want to open up his live stream. Prior bad acts, 404B evidence, we talk about it all the time.
And the defense is going to try to quash that.
Not so fast. We're going to rely on self-defense because we were defending ourselves during the middle of this altercation on the courthouse steps. But it'll be interesting because they'll want that salacious content in to prove Etherly's mens rea and state of mind. A constitutional battle, First Amendment versus the right to a fair trial.
All right, he's in court tomorrow. We'll be watching.
And if you have a legal question, you can send it to Ask Isaac.
And that's exactly what they're going to try to do. Any lawyer is going to try to go after self-defense. And I mean, that's kind of obvious. But he's been getting some bad news, man. I'm talking about some real bad news. Like I say, you've had a copycat guy that tried to do the same type of thing that he did. Let's go. Well, I can't show the actual knockout. But we could say that it's a copycat guy, or we could just say that you got people that think it's still okay to just talk shit, and that people are not gonna knock you on your ass when you talk that shit, right? So let's do a little dive into who Jake Long is, or Jake Lane is. Now this guy here, I think he's trying to go ahead and take up where Chud the Builder left off. And when you put his name in the Google search, let me show y'all what pops up. All the things about him that pops up. So when you put his name into a Google search, I didn't even ask for nothing. I just put Jake Lane. So the first thing comes up, judge set $1 million bond for Chud the Builder as Jake Lane gets arrested. Who is Jake Lane? The pardoned January 6th rioter. So this guy was a rioter during the January 6th incident. One of the guys that got pardoned, he brought his ass up there to Minnesota, and he had to get saved by black people. Now, I think we went over this when it happened.
Let me remind you just how evil and hateful people like Jake
Now, as you can see, he went to during the ICE protests, doing a whole bunch of his racist rhetoric, and people had him surrounded. And if black people was as bad as he tried to make it out to be, and as racist as they tried to make him out to be, they would have fucked him up. But it was black people that saved his ass right here. Look at him, scared like a little bitch. Damn, somebody just hit his ass in the head with a brick. And there's black people and colored people that are saving his ass.
Leave it off. No. Y'all just let him leave. It's not working. Hey! We don't know him. Let him out. Let him out.
Black people that was saving his ass. And as soon as he see another way that he can, snake his way back into the public, do something to get more race baiting going, he came right from back up under his rock. So he ended up being a guy that, that the guy that ended up getting arrested, and he's been arrested several times for just doing stupid shit, just trying to get white people, black people, any color, race, religion, because I think he was the guy that was burning the Quran also, and disrespecting the Quran. And I'm not a religious person myself, but I'm not gonna disrespect somebody's religion just because I'm not religious. I still respect your right to believe in whatever you want to. And then when we forget those type of things, that's when we run into these type of people here that try to provoke people by disrespecting their religion. So let's check them out a little bit before we move on to the next subject about it.
Informed by my team that there are thousands of death threats coming from the Yemenis Houthi Muslim terrorist organization because I simply exercised my First Amendment right to put a Quran inside a pig's head here in Plano, Texas. Well, America, the pig heads and the Qurans will continue. The burnings will continue until morale improves. I've got some beautiful, juicy, delicious bacon here.
Now, you have the right to do this. I'm not saying you don't. If you want to be disrespectful, fine. But don't turn around and start going crazy if you see somebody, violating Christianity. Now you can't do this. Oh, you can't disrespect my God and all that. Everybody don't believe the same thing you believe. See, it's all free speech until it's something that they don't like. They just threw Stephen Colbert off of the ABC because, Trump and his family have pretty much accumulated a lot of the public cable networks. And they forced Stephen Colbert out, out of the business, or at least off of, cable TV. You got Jimmy Kimmel and Seth Meyers, all them motherfuckers on the way out too. Because they don't like what it is that people say about them. So this free speech thing is starting to get a one-way street.
and some Prophet Muhammad Qurans. And today, we're gonna cook our beautiful bacon. It's sizzling.
Just an absolute degenerate. I disavow this. We all disavow this. No.
And I get it. I mean, I feel y'all. I see people say that, hey, they hope they throw the book at them. But I just hope the law just get followed the right way. Yeah, we all feel like somebody deserved more time than what the guidelines say, though. He did shoot the man 3 times. And he should get the max sentence on the aggravated assault. But if in Tennessee, they have attempted homicide, hell, if he get found guilty of it, give him a fair sentence.
But they're just loud because things like this is provocative and just loud. We now know, due to the work of some online vigilantes who did like a sting on Jake Lang, that Jake Lang is exactly who he claims he hates.
There's a lot of creeps and weirdos in politics, and
He probably another dude getting pegged, just like Chud the Builder.
welcome one of them right here, Jake Lang. So Jake Lang here ran in Senate for Florida, which he lost. And now he does these social media things where he does.
Oh, I'm glad this motherfucker lost. I ain't know he ran for Senate in Florida. Shit.
Crusades as a Christian, and basically does anti-Muslim stuff, anti-Islam stuff. So like, for example, he posts, things like this, where he says, we have no fear of worshiping Muslims in Christ Jesus. But what Jake doesn't tell you is he was chatting up with my 15-year-old decoy. So let's see what he had to say then. By the way, he says he's Christian.
Let's go down a list of Jake Lang's accusations, okay? So Jake Lang is an accused terrorist. He was part of the insurrection on January 6th. Jake Lang is an accused homosexual. Jake Lang is...
And we all know these people that act like this, they like the backdoor play with. That backdoor, as Corey Holcomb like to say. What's good, Mom Boss?
Is an accused, well, no, he's a proud and open racist, and Jake Lang is an accused pedo. So the accused pedo, racist, white supremacist terrorist, and accused homosexual is showing up to support Chud. I'll be real, bro. If somebody like that show up to support me, man.
Yeah, don't show up to support me. Nigga, I don't need Biz coming to show up to support me if nigga, if I'm claiming I'm a political prisoner. Yeah, nigga, if you got any of that type shit on your record. But at the same time, if that orange man come and support him, that's all he need right now.
Keep your support, bro.
Yeah, we just starting to talk about Chud right now.
Bruh, whatever side you on has to be the wrong side. I don't care what.
Well, we have been for about the last 10 minutes.
Whatever side.
But we still got more to go.
Jake Lang is on has to be the wrong side. These are the type of people showing up for Chud. Because, see, Jake Lang has been buying the online discourse. So the white supremacists are coming out loud and bold to, like, somehow claim victimhood, right? Who tell black...
Can you be a travel advisor?
And he's definitely right about that. And that's how I feel like this whole thing is a psyop anyway. And a lot of people are saying that.
But how...
Claiming victimhood.
Guys, I'm not defending Chud the Builder by any means, but how is it legal for them to freeze his Give, Send, Go so he can't use his Give, Send, Go money to...
I ain't gonna lie. And this is kind of a problem for me also, y'all. Because I know you don't like to be called a nigger by a white dude. I don't like to be called a fucking teenage lover or any fucking disrespectful shit that any of you niggas done called me. Right? I don't give a fuck how much meaning is in this word, bro. I do not like the idea of shit being like rules being shuffled around depending on your fucking emotions. At the end of the day, yes, he was antagonizing black people by calling them nigger. But if this man is locked up and he has money that's been donated to him, as much as you don't fucking like him, it shouldn't be right for a motherfucker to freeze your damn money and tell you that you can't use the money that's been contributed to you to bail you out. Because there's going to be somebody that's going to be falsely accused in the future. There's going to be a black person. And then they're freezing your shit because of what you're accused of doing. Yes, he's accused of shooting somebody. He shot somebody. There's no disputing that. He's a piece of shit. There's no disputing that. But when you start doing shit like this and changing the rules according to that shit, it's going to be a problem. And if people are not at least able to say that without you like, oh, nah, he should, nah, you defending him or whatever. Nah, bro. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
To post his bail. Like, how is that even legal? And also, 1.25 million is insane when you compare that to the black person that actually killed somebody.
Now, that's bullshit. It ain't got to be compared to the black person that killed somebody. It could be compared to just all of the charges all over the county, all over the state. What is the average bail for these same crimes? Now, if he had actually unalived the guy, I can understand the $1 million bail. An aggravated assault, yes, you can itemize every charge that he has on there. But 1.25, I feel like that is an overreach. No matter how much I don't like the motherfucker because he's disrespecting black people. That's still an overreach. I've said it once before. I'll say it again. If anything, just set him no bail. You got more than enough reason not to set him a bail because he's already out on bail. So it doesn't make sense to set him this high bail and make it a whole thing. Y'all tell me what you think.
And got like a $200,000 bail. Again, not defending Chud, but this does seem a little bit like anti-white racism. You know, it seems like, why is he getting penalized? Like, how?
Ain't no fucking anti-white now. It's one situation at a time. This situation, as much as I don't fuck with him or I think he is a piece of shit, you still can't just bend the law just because you don't fuck with somebody. In my opinion.
How is it even legal for him to not be able to use the give some go money? Makes no sense.
Stop playing the race card. You guys love to play the race card all the time. God, it's not always about race. It's not always about race. What is wrong with you guys, man? The 1.25 million is too much? Oh.
You're right. Money shouldn't be able to be raised for hate speech, but then you go back to the First Amendment again. What do you consider hate speech? Just saying, you know, speaking about other races? Because I could talk, I want to be able to talk shit about, you know what I'm saying, the fucked up white people or the fucked up whatever race people. Nobody should be exempt from being spoken of.
He won. The judge reduced the bond to $1 million. This judge is my type of petty, man.
But the fact that he did get the bond reduction, so, you know, that is, like I said, that is, that's a win in his column, shit. But what else I wanted to get out of this video real quick?
I got one challenge for you.
So we heard the bond conditions and all that stuff like that. So I think that's about all that I was trying to get out of that video real quick. But there's another video that I did want to react to a little bit. And it's going to be, before I get to more of his backstory, pause. Chud, since they gave him that $1 million bond, right, he decided that he's going to just ask around to all of the people, you know, anybody that might have some money. So he decided to even ask Aiden Ross for the bond money because, of course, we know Aiden Ross got the money or whatever, but Aiden Ross don't want to look like he's supporting this dude because, of course, this dude will probably turn around and say he don't fuck with Jews. So, you know, all white people don't fuck with each other. I would say that's the rules and the policy of that fundraiser. But see, when you got other people that are opening the fundraiser and they're not violating those rules, See, it becomes, you know, real tricky, you know. It becomes because somebody can say you preaching black empowerment, but you can have somebody say that's hate speech, and it depends on who is the at the top when it comes to even these who owns these fundraiser sites or whatever, like GoFundMe and all that. Who's in control of all of that shit? At the end of the day, they can control what they say is hate speech and what's not hate speech. So it just becomes very, you know, it just becomes who is right and who will be wrong. Like, who can say what is what? What's good, Helima? Oh, yeah, we know he wasn't in the real hood, but, I mean, even if he was in a real hood, like, hopefully none of your young homies don't go crash out just because he coming around here talking about nigga. Like, shit. The fuck you mean, nigga? They would have beat his ass, yeah, but hopefully ain't nobody gonna kill this motherfucker about that shit. His ass still would have went to jail if he shot somebody. But somebody would have shot his ass back.
Money.
So this is him begging to get out of jail, hoping that somebody try to help him get out of jail.
We got to get access to that money, and I'm the only one that can get access to that money. So I got to get out of here so that we can get everybody who sent any money. We got to get access to that money, and I'm the only one that can get access to that money. So I got to get out of here so that we can do something, so we can fight this.
So Chud the Builder is speaking for the first time since being.
So this man is trying to get his money out of that account. And like I say, man, I got to keep it real. Like, it's his money. The man deserved to get his money. I don't want to see him out. I want to see him go to jail. But I also think that the man should be able to get his money, y'all. That's just dead ass serious. So he leaves a message for Aiden Ross, begging him to help him get out, and or anybody that has deep pockets. And somebody actually took up on the offer. So you can kind of expect Chud the Builder to be out within the next week.
Part of the team.
Listen, Aiden, Miss Dalton, Chud, if you can get me out, help with the bond. I cannot access my funds until I get out of here because no one has access to any of my Gifts and Go or my crypto wallets, etc. I have to get out of here so that I can get verification processes to get into all of these funds. I will fight for free. If you can help me out to post bail, I will fight for free. We'll do whatever it is you want to do, bro. I need somebody with big money who can throw down, who can support me.
This boy said he will fight for free. I don't know how Aiden Ross didn't take this offer, bro. For real, for real. If you went on ahead and took the offer when the other racist guy that threw up the Nazi salute and all that stuff like that, if you would take his offer and have him come in there and fight and pay him, why not bail this guy out, find the biggest, toughest dude, fucking make him fight Rampage Jackson? I would find, bruh, if I was Aiden Ross, bruh, I would have made that investment. We're going to bail you out, make you sign a contract, but you got to fight somebody like Rampage or somebody that's pissed off that I really know going to beat the shit out your motherfucking ass. And the whole world going to line up to see it. It got to be a black dude, though. Got to be a black dude. And the whole world want to see it. I'm talking about crazy views, but hey, Aiden ain't want to bite the bait. But yeah, man, now he's just begging anybody to get him out. So, and while he's begging everybody to get him out, of course, there is going to be somebody that's going to, you know, bail him out. And that somebody end up being, as they call it, a casino, an online casino. So I seen this on Facebook, and I know it's true because I've heard it several times. Let me read it out to y'all. The high-stakes legal drama surrounding toxic IRL streamer Chud the Builder, legal name Dalton Elderly, has taken a wild, unprecedented turn into the Tennessee courtroom, facing a mandatory multi-decade prison sentence for attempt to premeditated murder of a disabled military veteran. Elderly's defense instructions seemed completely paralyzed after the presiding judge issued a aggressive blockade, freezing of all his public crowdfunding campaigns and cryptocurrency wallets, which I'll say it again. I don't agree with that. Freezing this man cryptocurrency and his contributions and all that shit like that, I don't think that's a good idea. Much as we don't like him, much as, you know, if he didn't get that stuff from, if he's getting it like as far as like, okay, if he got cryptocurrency, you shouldn't be able to freeze that because of the bullshit he's doing. If people are subbing up to him while he's, you know, calling people N-words and all that, and no violence happened or whatever, that is his freedom of speech. If somebody wants to crash out and beat his ass and go to jail for a little simple battery, that's their right. He does not have the right to just shoot somebody because they beat his ass, not in Tennessee. But you have the right to do that in Florida if you feel like you are in immediate danger. But I'm just saying, if we're going by the law. However, in a shocking twist revealed during recent court proceedings, a prominent crypto casino and online sports betting platform known as Dual Bits has officially stepped forward to salvage the influencer. Representative connected to the gambling commadre confirmed they have prepared the necessary $1 million cash bond and currently coordinating processing instructions through corporate defense lawyers to secure Elderly's immediate release from the county jail. Despite the massive financial influence, legal analysts highlight that his freedom remains heavily restricted. Under strict Tennessee statutes, large felony bonds require a rigorous source of hearing where the district attorney must verify that the funds are clean and not tied to illicit laundering and criminal profits. Furthermore, the prosecution introduced devastating surveillance footage from multiple angles, capturing Elderly deliberately shifting into a tactical blade stance with his hand gripping his concealed weapon long before, that's going to be the key word, y'all, any physical altercation took place. While his extremist allies caused complete chaos inside the gallery, resulting in a dramatic arrest of political agitator Jake Long, and we already kind of went over that digging a booty ass dude, for a contempt of court. Chud the Builder remains trapped inside the cage until the state scrutinizes his new casino blood money. So let me look up who this casino is. What the name of the casino again? Dual Bit. Let's Google them real quick. Dual Bit Casino. It ain't pulling up automatically. So, okay, here we go right here. We got Dual Bit Casino, online betting, crypto casino. Let's see what they got going on. They don't even, what the whole hell? Y'all see that shit? This is in real time. We learning something all together, y'all. Now, I don't know if other people already know this, but this casino won't even let us gamble from the United States. They from another country. Due to your gambling license, Dual Bets does not accept players from your country. Wow. Read customer service reviews of dual bets. Who the fuck are these people? Go to their Instagram. This don't even look like a fucking cat. So they're a crypto first online casino. Sports booking. On Reddit, they're telling you not to even play on that shit. So these are the people that, you know, putting money up behind them. Why would someone from another country put money behind him? I'm sorry, the screen is not all the way. You say how they gonna bail him out? That's what they're trying to find out. They're trying to find out what are the proceedings for them to bail him out. And whenever they find out how they can bail him out, what the proceedings are going to be, all they got to do is, hey, we're a legal online casino. We want to bail him out. We got his $1 million. We got the property that you need. Now, what are they going to say? No, we're not going to let you bail out because we don't like who you are. They're going to pass the money on to somebody else. Whoever can bail them out, they're going to put the money behind them and go about it like that. Now, I don't know exactly which video it was on, but I saw a video that somebody was doing a reaction to Chud the Builder, and they mentioned that when the police arrested him, they found, you know, of course, guns, bulletproof vests, all that stuff like that. But they also found a passport and that he was just about to fly to Turkey. So obviously he might have some type of, I don't know, backup sponsor or something like that that's in another country. And he probably was about to, you know, meet up. I'm just speculating a little bit, but, you know, he's probably about to meet up with him. Why else would he be trying to get out of the country? Yeah, the bitch ain't been going nowhere out of the country. So now, not only we've heard a lot about, you know, as far as this case, we're going to speculate on it until he actually goes to trial. But like I say, he will be getting out soon. So y'all need to brace yourself for that. You know what I'm saying? There's no use of, I'm hoping that no black people are going to crash out about this dude getting out. People ain't going to try to surround this house and, you know, do all this crazy shit. I hope they don't try to change the rules where they don't want to, you know, let the man bond out because somebody's going to bond him out. Like, let him go through the process. Let him go through the process like everybody else has to go through. And yes, the more attention you show to it, the more the racist white supremacists are going to get behind it. And if you make it a big deal, if we keep making it a big deal, the wrong orange person is going to get behind this shit. And it really is going to spark up a race war. It really is going to spark up a race war. Now, not only has been coming out about, you know, pretty much the details of this case, they say that Chud pretty much was in the wrong for what he did, but the guy that he actually shot, he was making some threats behind already on the internet. Now, I gotta find actually where I found this information at. It's not gonna, you know, pan out pretty good down the line. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to look at this video real quick to see if I can pull up the receipts of when I'm talking about the military vet, y'all, of him saying if he see Chud the Builder that it was going to be a problem. And that's kind of, whether we like it or not, it's going to kind of hurt the situation. But while I look for it, let me play this attorney's opinion that I thought was pretty interesting. Shout out to 1090Jake because he found this information.
Be the end of this case for Chud.
Huge update in the Chud the Builder case. Dalton Eatherly's affidavit of complaint has been made public. In the official affidavit, not a single word about Dalton uttering a racial slur towards Joshua Fox. Not a single word about him provoking the fight. Without provocation, Dalton's legal justification of self-defense is entirely intact. January 10th, 2026, 18 weeks before the Eatherly incident, Joshua Fox had commented on Facebook showing premeditation to fight Dalton to launch his Twitch.
Okay, so on accident, I found it. So I told y'all that, you know, that's great. So I'm right on cue. This could be a problem, y'all. This could be problematic. And like I say, I've seen people in the chat say, hey, I hope they keep him. We don't like what this guy's doing. He definitely is provoking people, but it does not give you the right to put your hand on people. It is free speech. We know that people are going to break the law and beat your ass if you disrespect them. Whether you call them a nigga, whether you call them a bitch, whether you call them a hoe, whether you call somebody, you know, just any kind of derogatory language that somebody don't like, they might whip your ass. Right? Does not give, well, you don't think it would give somebody the right to say, hey, you beating my ass, I get to shoot you. But if that's the new rule, we're going to have some problems out here. If that's the new rules. If you beating my ass, I get to shoot you, and you ain't got no gun on you. If you don't have no weapon on you, I'm not supposed to be able to shoot you. That's the understanding of the law, especially in Tennessee. That's going to be the understanding of law of most of the states in this country. Even in Florida to an extent, but we've seen where, you know, people can get away with a unaliving for that situation. And matter of fact, even in this video, there's a couple of examples of people getting different results from this same type of situation. But what riles people up a little bit more is the fact that he's made several videos saying, hey, if somebody run up on me because they don't like what I'm saying, I'm going to, you know, unalive them. I'm going to do all these derogatory things that he always like to mention. But if it's said on the other side by the person that he ends up running into and attacking him, this might be a little justification for self-defense. I got to agree a little bit with this lawyer. Because I say it all the time, right? I got smoked with a lot of these niggas on YouTube. And I say if one of these niggas come in trying to put their hand on me or try to do whatever they saying or whatever, if you catch me off guard or whatever, yeah, I'm liable to shoot your ass. I don't know if you got a gun on you or a weapon on you or whatever. You put your hands on me, I'm liable to fuck you up. I've been talking a lot of shit, yeah, online. Shit that you don't like. I got the freedom of speech to say that. All right, bet, mom boss.
Streaming career. Even if we set the self-defense aside for just a moment, the affidavit fails to outline any actual crime. Let's look at the state's own words chronologically. Dalton Eatherly and Joshua Fox engaged in a verbal altercation. A verbal argument is not a felony. At most, it's a misdemeanor, disorderly conduct that would apply to both men. But neither of them have been charged with this. Mr. Eatherly turned his body in a bladed stance towards Mr. Fox and reached for his firearm. There's nothing unlawful about taking a defensive stance and preparing to defensively draw a weapon when you are facing an angry antagonist who has followed you, who is pressing into your face and yelling at you, who is making a threat of violence towards you. Thereafter, a physical altercation ensued. Notice the passive voice. The state does not claim that Dalton Eatherly initiated this fight. If he had, you know that they would put that right here, but they didn't. What does that tell you? Joshua Fox initiated this fight, and the police...
As much as we might not like it, he's right. See, wording is very important when you're dealing with criminal cases. What was written in reports become very detailed when you sit down and dealing with these court trials and everything. You will notice that all of this stuff comes into play. Now, in the court of public opinion, nobody gives a shit. But in court, this is going to matter. Now, the good thing about when the court hearing comes up, we'll probably hear from the actual victim also. So we'll get to hear his side of the story also. Because through the video that they say that they got, which I don't know, I've seen the video, but it doesn't show everything. It still doesn't have the audio. So you don't know who said what, but the fact that Chud, from the very beginning, when he was telling the police of what happened, he said, I saw some guys pointing and laughing at me, so I decided to go over there. That's not going to work out too good for him when you're going for self-defense. But at the same time, you are allowed to, approach somebody. We don't know if there was agitation because, of course, Chug is going to lie and say, oh, I didn't say anything. But this guy just went out of the blue and just started saying, don't say that chimped out shit. But they have this evidence to go off of, y'all. They got this evidence to go off of that this guy recognized Chud. And he possibly could have said, don't start that chipping shit. Don't start that. Now, we all know Chud probably said it. But it ain't about what you know. It's about what you can prove.
Police and the prosecutor know this. The affidavit then states, Mr. Eatherly discharged his firearm, striking Mr. Fox multiple times. Discharging a firearm and striking an attacker is a literal definition of self-defense. It happens thousands of times every single year legally. As you know, he struck himself in the wrestling match. They try to point out that there were bystanders and a ricocheting projectile hit a nearby wall. This is reckless. He's discharging a firearm. But if somebody's attacking you and you're trying to defend yourself, discharging the firearm is the self-defense. Statistics show that law enforcement officers routinely...
Okay, I want to go back to what he said initially in the beginning, showing the paperwork. Now, this is the affidavit. On May 13, 2026, at approximately whatever, Dalton Eatherly and Joshua Fox engaged in a verbal altercation. What Ian is saying is, oh, it doesn't say that Chud said anything racist. It doesn't say that Chud did anything. Chud was clearly the victim and Joshua...
And that's true. But see, with this paperwork, it's about what you can prove. You being able to just say a whole bunch of shit true.
It says they were engaged in a verbal altercation. So that doesn't clarify if Chud was being racist or not. It doesn't clarify what was said. Then it states, during this verbal altercation, Mr. Eatherly, aka Chud, turned his body in a bladed stance towards Mr. Fox and reached for his firearm. Therefore, a physical altercation ensued. Now, Ian said out of his own mouth, Joshua Fox is the one that approached Chud and popped off this whole shit. But the paperwork doesn't say that. So you can't take, oh, it doesn't say Chud was racist, so it never happened. It doesn't say Chud didn't say anything.
And this is going to be one sticky case, y'all. And I think just the controversy of it is going to have people so divided that it's going to be messy, y'all. It's going to be messy. So, you already got Academics and Myron, they did a back and forth about it. And Academics, I ain't gonna lie, he just kind of slaughtered him when it came down to the points and everything. I'm not gonna drag y'all through that. What I am gonna take y'all through though, let's get a little messy. How about that, y'all? So remember, I did live, the last live that I did.
So
about
you had a chance.
I did a reaction off of Poetic Flacco, and it was Chud the Builder running into a young lady that he knew from his past, a black woman, because Chud the Builder is, of course, like everybody say, racist, right? So the black woman that pulled up on him, you know, she was just trying to see, hey, what happened to you? Why you doing this? This and that, this and that. Now, Chud went along and had his editors try to humiliate the black woman. And the black woman came to Instagram and told her story about how she used to peg Chud. Now, if you don't know what pegging is, that's when a woman puts on the man's equipment and they do it to the man. And it's, you know, white men, they say a lot of white men love this. I don't know if that's racist or not. But this is what she says. So she did an interview, y'all, with real life productions on that famous blue couch. So let's check out this her tell her story about her and Chud the Builder. And I'm glad that they got a good interview with her. And I think she also did an interview with Tasha K. But I'm pretty sure she's going to say most of the same things, whether it's with Tasha K or with these guys. I haven't listened to her Tasha K back and forth, interview. But I did see a clip of it. And it was kind of the same things that she had talked with this guy is. Shout out to this sister. She's running her bag up. She got a whole bunch of backlash from Chud the Builder's racist following. So she just countered it. But she does have an interesting story, y'all. So let's listen to how she got into pegging and a little bit more about Chud the Builder. Now, this just came out 4 days ago, so you might have missed it. If you did, let's react to it together.
And, you know, see everything what's happened with Chud. And when it was happening, what do you think is going on with him? By knowing him.
Is this a safe place?
Real life.
So let's scroll up.
And said something.
Oh, wow. Over harassing young, old African Americans, calling them hard R. Thanks for coming. Thank you for gracing our platform. We have a super serious topic to talk about that you are part of. I have a lot of information about. There's been a gentleman going around by the name of Chud the Builder. Chud the Builder has been harassing young, old African Americans, calling them hard R for about a month now, 2 or 3 months.
No. It's been over a year.
Over a year.
And I just found out 2 weeks ago. I would have been said something.
Okay.
Oh wow. Over a year, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit. Okay. Before we just a little.
How about now?
Chud.
Through weed. First he just was the plug, but then we became friends, and then he would come to my.
So you kind of know that she's being genuine, because most people wouldn't tell you, through weed. So Chud was the plug before he was getting plugged. Chud was the plug before he was getting plugged.
My house when I throw parties and stuff.
Did he seem racist? Like, did you?
No, like he was one of us. All his friends were black.
Okay.
Like all his friends were black. He listened to our music. He ate our food. He showed us weed. Like it was very shocking to see him turn.
Was the weed good?
Hell, that was the plug. He had some of the best weed in Clarksville. All the college kids went to him.
Okay, so when you learned of what he was doing online and his content, what was your initial reaction?
I was in a serious state of denial. I couldn't believe what I was.
And see, I wonder how in the hell he be the weed man, right? And he's been doing all this shit going viral and all that, and how nobody ain't came out and said shit yet. Like, oh, I know this motherfucker. This and that, this and that.
Watched. So I was at work. I do security, and I was at work, and my homegirl was like, "Hey, you saw this?" And I'm looking.
She do security. Damn, but you can tell, but she ain't bullshit.
And I'm like, Dalton? I'm like, show me something else. So she's showing me, I'm going down the rabbit hole, and I'm like, what happened to him? Because we remained friends all throughout my life, even when I moved away from Clarksville. The last time we spoke to each other was in 2022. And the only reason why we stopped talking to each other was because my brother had got murdered, and I kind of like spiraled a bit. So I fell off the face of the planet for a while. So when I finally see him again, to see him like that, I just couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it. So I literally prayed, and I was like, God, please put him in my path, because this is only going to end in one of two ways. Someone's going to jail or someone's getting killed. And I kid you not, 2 days later, I bumped right into him. I was doing DoorDash on Broadway. I made a left, and he was...
And she bumped into him like a couple of days before he got into this shooting. That was wild. And she made the point. She was the first one to make the point of this is a psyop.
Literally right there. And I had to take a moment. I got out the car, and that's when I approached him and tried to figure out like what happened.
And what was his response like? When
he didn't deny it. He said it. He was like, yeah, you were cool as shit. But he wasn't trying to say too much either. I felt like he was trying to ignore me, especially when I pulled back up with my receipts. Like, you used to message me, like, stop playing with me.
I'll say that's the new thing. Pretty girls do security. Okay.
Nah, he wasn't really going for it. He just brushed me off and started talking to the women around me, the white ladies. After that, another video went viral. He harassed a bunch of tourists from London, like immediately after talking to me.
So, Chud, back in the day, his name is Dalton, right?
Yeah.
So can you break down where all this pegging stuff starts going? Like where?
Well, honestly.
What? Okay, so they got straight to the point.
I feel like he did this to himself, because after I spoke to him, and I just want to say, I really did not know he was going to post me. I literally was fresh off work. I looked at
He actually posted you?
Yes, he posted our whole conversation.
Oh, wow.
And that's what led to me.
He was on live stream. So,
yeah.
you can watch it.
And then his Clippers posted that he said I was a crack whore and he used to fuck me raw dog in his trailer. And I've never been to his trailer. He's always been in my house. And I'm like, you fucked me raw dog? Are you sure? So I went down that rabbit hole, and apparently he said a lot more than that too. And because of who I am in my city, that really pissed me off. Like, you're not going to tarnish my name like that. So if you're going to say we fucked, say it all. Because everybody knows I'm a top. Every nigga that has ever touched me has touched my dick. Like, stop playing with me.
What? Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
No.
Hey, boy, she hell.
So I had to clap back, and now we're here.
Oh, man. So Chud. And I mean, shit, she's making her rounds too, y'all.
Okay, so for him to be this so-called racist, and you're the last thing that would come out, right?
I know. That's why I didn't think he would post me, because why would he want?
Nah, she didn't have a sex change, but she had a situation with her vagina, from my understanding. She had some kind of condition where she had like big coochie lips, and she was trying to get them trimmed down, and then there was a the doctor fucked up with the trimming of her lips, and it messed her up where sex is painful for her, so they pretty much cut her coochie out, and so. She does what she do now. It's not that she don't like dudes. She just don't have, a coochie to offer.
His followers to know that he did used to kick it like with a black woman. And it wasn't just like some high and by text. Like, you're at my house, you're selling me weed, I'm cooking for you, you're coming to all my...
And she's going to explain all that. I'm just giving like, my understanding. And I definitely, I understand. And I even feel the pain. You know what I'm saying? If any woman should be a lesbian, hell, it should be her. I don't judge regardless. I got plenty of lesbian family members or whatever. So, but I understand what she's going through. That's fucked up.
My parties, like...
You said it was you and your girlfriend and him.
Oh, yeah, I had all types of sex parties back then.
Okay.
So he probably...
Well, in this video, she's going to get more in detail about how it happened. So...
He did other stuff with other participants too. Like I did all types of stuff back then.
So there's this big thing going viral, and it's like with Boston Richie, right?
Okay.
And have you seen that?
Yeah,
like
I
pretty
have.
much. Would you say that just because a man gets pegged that he is gay?
Ooh, this is such a good conversation already. It depends on the intentions and the man himself, because I have met a lot of guys that were actually virgins with me. They've never been popped back there before, and they just stayed either with me or they would go on and get other women who would do that. But I have just as many men who would start with me and then they would be gay. Right. So it's a spectrum, really.
In your eyes, what do you think Chud was?
I think it was just experimental. We were so young back then. We were so young. It was always drinking involved, weed. Like, it was just fun. I never knew him to be like that outside of me. So.
She's saying that Chud, she just think he was curious. Nah, dog. Just like that Jake guy. Just like what his name, Nick Fuentes.
Ultra gay.
We already know what's going on. I ain't lying.
This is so crazy to even fathom.
I'm sorry.
When you are approaching a man in that manner, like, what's the protocol like?
They approach me, and then I give them their options.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he can't be trying. Yeah, don't be trying to put this nigga wanting to get pegged on weed and alcohol. Blaming on the alcohol. No. Don't blame it on the weed. The weed wasn't that motherfucking good. He knew what was going on before he started hanging at those parties past y'all got y'all weed. Now, don't get me wrong. If I see some females in here, shit, yeah, I'm going to hang out. If you going to peg some of these bitches in here, shit, that's cool. Ain't no pegging over here, though. So if he was there to enjoy all the female activity and all the sex activity, cool. But damn, bro, you ain't gonna blame it on the alcohol and the ecstasy.
Oh, because I want to be like, have you ever?
That's like who that was? They were saying was all in the bathtub with their homeboys naked and shit on the ecstasy. Wasn't that Gucci Man? Hey, I remember that rumor back in the days. I think that was Gucci Man.
I feel like, yeah, I find you attractive. I want to do that too.
Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not even gonna lie. When I first was in the game doing this, it wasn't like that.
Gotcha.
I didn't really fancy it. But I guess you do something enough, you grow to love it, So now I like the shit. If he got a nice little booty, come here.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, when does it transform from this is something I just do or something I offer versus, yeah, now I want to have you like that.
She used to call that nigga Chud. In the last video, she was saying the nigga was goddamn thick or something. She was saying the nigga was like, the nigga was wobbly or something. I can't remember what it was she said. I should pull that video back up.
I want to have you in that type of position.
I guess the vibes, like, if he really does respect, he's not gonna get no pum pum from me, and the conversation is good, then I'll consider it.
Were you judged first?
Yeah, I was for sure.
So to without getting graphic, it's like to do that to a man. Is that it? Like, is he screaming? Is he?
Oh no, I take it slow and small. You always start. It's like with ear gauges. You can't just bust the hole open. You got to gradually go bigger. So.
And how many times did y'all say that y'all did this?
Back then, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to put a number on it. Like, I was a firecracker back then. I really could not keep count how many times I did that.
But it was frequent, like what you would judge.
Well, yeah. Anytime he was at my house, maybe with the exception of a few times, I was probably having a sex party.
She was busting Chug ass down. Pause.
Ultra gay.
Oh shit, she had Chug fucked up.
So.
Imagine being able to.
Yeah, she said it was so many times. She don't even know how many times. She having parties every week. Chug there front and center, bent over.
Knowing that y'all have this type of intimate history and he approaches you and y'all see each other and it's like he acts like he doesn't know where y'all been at.
Well, if I'm being honest, I think I broke his character a little bit when I approached him. And like that's kind of what I wanted, but not in this way. I just was trying to get through to Dalton, not Chud. I was trying to understand how did Dalton even become this Chud. So, and he knew I moved away. So I think that literally like a ghost from the past, like what are you even doing here? You don't even live here. So I think I threw him off.
Do you think maybe it's like split personality? Because I heard him say on one part, he's like, I'm Dalton and I'm Chud. Like,
yeah.
Like maybe he's ashamed of things that Dalton has done and Chud.
Or I've heard this theory and I agree with it. I think I heard this theory from what's the brother name? Dr. Umar. And as much as people try to, discredit him or whatever, you ain't gotta like about the school and all that bullshit. But when they write, it can possibly be MK Ultra. A lot of these guys, they're probably operating under MK Ultra. You never know.
Is this other figure that's more manly, more masculine? Because there's a picture of him online dressed up as a
right.
fairy.
And that's what my parties were known for. People would come dressed up as anything they wanted to be.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I'm pretty big in the fairy community.
Right.
That's people who dress up as animals. The fairy community, people dress up as fairy. Like that's what I'm known for. You can just come and be as you are.
you are lesbian.
Right. My pussy is gay. My dick is
not-
bisexual.
Right. How does that work inside of your actual relationship?
Honestly,
She say her pussy is gay and her dick is she ain't lying either.
and transparency is key. Usually when I'm courting a woman, I'm upfront about my past. And they usually go for it. They
She
usually
pulling
want to get
bad
down
bitches too. She pulling hella bitches.
too. So
Now you're saying you're a top. Do you typically lean towards films?
oh yeah, I hope this doesn't come off offensive, but I find it backwards if I was to date a masculine presenting woman. I just
Okay.
feel like if I want to be with a man, I'm gonna be with a man, you know?
Right.
So if I have a girl, she needs to be just as pretty as me.
Amen. Most men that you
So she was making Chud her bitch.
have dealt with, do you find that they become more feminine presenting once they're becoming that mode with you, or do they still stay in
You
the
know
masculine?
what? That's crazy you asked me that because I literally had this thought yesterday, and the answer is definitely yes. I feel like with men, when I first meet them, they have this front that they're just so hard and have to just be so manly to be masculine. Like a lot of people equate manliness and aggressiveness with masculinity, but I don't really equate that. I think masculinity is just that provider, protector role, and you don't have to be her to do that. And then when they're with me, they do kind of like soften up.
So you've had a chance to look back and see by knowing him.
Is this a safe place?
Yeah.
Script.
So you don't believe it, like
Hell no, not for a second, especially after he's got
what's going on with him? See everything what's happened with Chud, and when it was happening, what do you think's going on with him? By knowing him.
Is this a safe place?
Yes.
I don't think it's him. I think this is all a show. He's a paid character. He's pushing an agenda. He's got to see through the script.
So you don't believe it, like
Hell no, not for a second. Especially after like I went viral, people came out the woodworks to me. Also Black people, they were like, yeah, I went to school with him. Yeah, I used to work with him. Yeah, he wasn't like that. I even had somebody reach out to me and was like, Dalton told his people what he was going to do before he started doing this.
There you have it, people. There you have it. People that know him, people that are coming from his past, they got him in a situation where, hey, they gonna take care of him. You go to jail with a $1.25 million bond, you stay in there, piss people off a little bit. Don't worry about it. We got you. It might seem like you're suffering and all that. We got you. They putting together money with a casino that you can't even play from the United States. Got to be in crypto. Now, what interest will they have in Chud the Builder? What do they get back for their $1 million in bond money? What? You got to ask yourself that. Because can anybody guess what they get back? What you get back for that?
So that was confirmation for me. All this shit is a show.
Right. What are your thoughts in freedom of speech? Because he asked you on the live. He's like, do you believe we can?
And I do. That just because you can say something though, that doesn't mean you should. But I do think everybody has the right to say whatever you want. Now what happened?
No, that's right. I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Now, like she about to say right now, what happened to your ass after you do that? Now that's a whole different story. But you should have the right to say whatever the fuck you want to. If I get pissed off about a white person and I want to call them the saltine or whatever, shit, I should have the right to do that. If that motherfucker want to beat my ass for saying it to him, that's his right. But I know as a citizen, I can't just run off and shoot that man and, kill that man because of his words. I mean, because he wanted to beat my ass.
Happens and follows that, that's on you.
Is there a lot of racism in the community? Is that a racist part of?
Oh yeah, so I just found out the KKK, it was established in Tennessee. I didn't even know that. Yeah.
I thought it was established in Indiana. I could be wrong, but
that's what I said. Oh wow, I need to get.
It probably was heavy in Tennessee too. It was heavy everywhere. But the KKK old though. It's called the never mind, I ain't gonna say that. But now it's they don't even need a name.
Hey, guess this.
Because for me, I feel like the extreme is Chud, right?
Yeah.
But there's always going to be underlying racism whenever you're, because I'm kind of racist. I don't naturally put trust in a white person right when I meet them. I have to get to know them, and I'm not saying like.
And I think we all are to a certain extent. So I guess it's starting to be a debate if you should pull it out all the way though. So I'm gonna try to skip through some of this or whatever, so we can try to check out most of it. It's an hour long, but I'm gonna trim out whatever I can so I can do a reaction also.
And it just kind of
Erase any person, period. Middle of an intergalactic war with beings we can't even.
like there's the things we can't control. That
Energy is really heartbreaking to like step outside myself and step out. And like when I had shook his hand and walked off, you can literally see me walk away and I do that little turn back and look. That was like me saying bye to him because I knew this is over. I will never encounter.
you're an occultist.
Yes.
Can you break that down for us?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm the 7th generation in my family to practice something outside of Christianity. Most of the family is Obeah or Hoodoo, or even Santeria, which is a form of African traditional religion, but it's mainly Hoodoo on my father's side of the family. And again, that's African traditional religions. So a lot of root work, that's working with herbs and plants. We still do use the Bible, but for me personally, it's usually just the book.
Some people will call this voodoo. Crazy bitch. A witch. Y'all better be careful. Nah, she good people. You can tell she good people.
Things of that sort, quantum jumping, energy work, Reiki, divination tools, tarot. Like I do it all. Any type of faith, I can help you.
So, of course, there's a lot of stigma associated with the occult. Why do you think that is? Is it because there's a lack of understanding there?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna skip through this, but it's very interesting. A lot of y'all, if y'all want to go back and watch this video, if you want to see that particular part, go check it out. But let's get back to the Chud part, because in this interview, of course, you're getting to learn her a little bit, but we're getting to the Chud part. And if you want to know about the situation with her vagina, we'll skim through that a little bit also.
The Boeth or the Archons. Like I literally have an EP I'm working on that's strictly all about Gnosticism. And the first track is called Death to the Demiurge. Like I hate that motherfucker. Like, yeah, he's evil to me. That is the.
And we've discussed the demiurge and everything because he ended up talking to her about the demiurge. I mean, her faith in religion or spirituality or whatever you want to call it. And she was mentioning about the demiurge and the archons and all that things of that nature from the Gnostic Bible, which I think we did a live kind of breaking down just a little bit and going through. So, hey, real shit.
One entity that I'm just like, ugh.
Right. When you said that you used to throw like sex parties, right? So like when you think of like sex parties, like what would go on at your sex parties?
Very educational. So that's really one of my main hats is a teacher. So a lot of women would come over that haven't used toys before, and I would teach them how to properly use it, how to care for it, how to clean for it, the different materials, because not all toys are body friendly, believe it or not. But the sex stores don't tell you that. You just see a jelly dildo and think it's cool because it feels soft. Now you got a yeast infection. So it was very educational. And then after a certain time, that's playtime, and people just do what they want.
Oh, okay. So men, women, everybody's invited.
I'm a voyeur though, so I would get a kick out of like watching people.
I'm sorry, we gotta keep going back to this Chud.
So she got a whole bunch of bitches in the house, goddamn fucking playing with themselves with dildos and shit, just teaching, and then, you know what I'm saying, go crazy. It's taking all the bitches.
Yeah, come on.
What would you say to Chud right now if you could just talk to him? Like he could see this, they get cell phones in there all the time.
I said everything I had to say on Broadway. When I told him be careful, those were my last words to him.
Right. Why do you think it took so long for something to happen to Chud? Even though he was just going out blatantly disrespecting black people.
This is gonna sound crazy because I don't want to claim this, but a lot of people were saying it was because of me. Like it was because I had to be the one to say something, to call him out on his shit. And then, because the plan was, originally they say, this is all allegedly, he was supposed to shoot somebody on Broadway. But then when I came out with my video, nobody was respecting him in Nashville anymore. Right. So he had to go back to Clarksville and do what he did there. But I don't know.
Have you got any threats?
And that makes a lot of sense. He was supposed to shoot somebody on Broadway.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I got some today. I've gotten them literally every single day.
Because it's the last thing they want.
Yeah.
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 When you are doing, the pegging and stuff like that, what are you mostly getting? Like white male, Mexican, black?
Most of my clients were white, yeah.
Why do you think that is?
They're more open. Again, because it's a culture thing. With us, we're not there yet.
What the fuck you mean there yet? Bitch, we ain't going there.
What?
Talking about they open. Yeah, this is where we disagree. Well, let's go past that.
Recommended I go carnivore, and I'm like, what? And I was like, can you tell me more about the carnivore diet? He helped something about. So
Join Google Fi Wireless and get the all.
So let's get back to the interesting part.
Because when we talked about the sex parties and the toys, right? A lot of women like to use toys during intercourse. A lot of men find that intimidating because because it's hard to compete with by
The amount of stamina every man should be willing to encourage men to.
whatever he is and shit.
Right.
Right.
So I tell my partners right from the.
Now what guys to use?
So my back then I used something called a fieldo, and then I just used like and back.
Yeah, what
So my main, I use an 8x2. You need to tell him that.
Now you have an assortment of.
I use an 8x2, not more than like 4 inches, and back.
Yeah, what did you use on Chud?
Very small. I'm talking not more than like 4 inches. And back then the toys weren't what they are now, because back then I used something called a fieldo, and then I just used like a tiny little dildo. But now they've got panties where you just.
Oh man. So Chud. Damn, Chud in the place that he need to be then. Yeah, he in the perfect spot.
Just pull it up. You can even heat it up. It retains heat. Like, it's wonderful. If I had that back then, I probably would have went bigger.
What's the biggest you've ever used on a man?
12. And apparently that's not even big enough. And I keep telling him, like, bro, we're going to have a prolapse. Like, at some point, safety needs to be discussed.
For those who don't know what a prolapse is,
your ass will fall out. Your
Yes.
rectum. Yeah.
Oh, hell nah.
I said, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
that's wild.
That's wild. That's crazy.
I know these sound like wild questions.
No, you're good. Actually, this is normal for me. I personally don't like it because it's too blast out.
Shit. I thought I was asking a wild question. You hit me something a little wilder. At some point, do you ever feel like, man, I'm wild? It'd be easy for you to find a woman that would.
Relationship, I don't want to be in my relationships. I'm
just find.
Like, I got my own everything. I got 3 cars, my own place, good credit, my mistake. So
Women with children.
as kids, you don't.
Had a procedure done.
Okay, so she pretty much just they come back to Chud and all that stuff like that. Like I say, I'll leave the link in the chat for y'all that wanna go check out the full interview or whatever. I believe some women will find it very interesting. Yeah, shit. It was a good interview. So just to understand who she is or whatever, and but. For the people who wanted to understand what happened with her vagina, here we'll go over that part real quick, and then I think we are about at the end of Chud the Builder type news. I think I'm gonna do another live, which is gonna be a reaction live to body cam footage. So if y'all need something else to check out later on, I'm gonna just go take me a quick meal break, and I'm gonna come right back with 2 reaction to body cam footage. So let's do this last part and let her explain her part, and we'll get up out of here.
I was supposed to be getting procedure done, and I don't know the name of it. I couldn't remember the term, but you lost part of your clitoris.
All of my labia is gone.
All of your labia.
Mhm.
What is that? What is that? What happened in?
Like what led up to like the surgery?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have something called NHC, which just means my male hormones, and it could have been the female hormones, but for me, my male hormones are 4 times the amount than your average woman, and that's something.
Well, damn. See, this is educational, because we expect all women to have the same amount of hormones. Oh, a woman ain't supposed to be this and that, but there's actual conditions where some women are having multiple times the normal hormones that they shouldn't have.
Something that just develops in the womb. So I'm very hairy. Like, I'm hairier than most guys. It's bad. But some of the symptoms are a lot of hair, larger genitalia, a deeper voice. So for me, hair and big boom boom. So my lips were big, like from birth. So
when you see a female that got a fat coochie, that's what's going on.
So as I was growing, it started making, like, it was problematic for me, like chafing, getting caught in certain pants. And then when I became sexually active, it's painful. Like if I don't like pull the lips up or back and he like tries to put it in, it just hurts. It's very painful. So I decided I was going to wait until I grew up, especially because they grow as I grow. And it's very much like a penis. When I'm just like not horny, they're chilling. But as I would get aroused, they would get aroused. So it was just very problematic. So when I grew up, finally grew into my body, I asked my doctor, what did they think about this? And they were just like, you're going to continue to have these problems. You know, we can trim them. There's something for that. It's called a labiaplasty. So I did a little bit of research. I looked up the trim method and it looked cool. It was just a little trim, nothing major. No, I went for the procedure and he amputated me, like literally cut them all off. And on the right side, he cut too deep. So there's nerve damage on the right side. It's nerve damage on the left side too, because where he stitched it too tightly and it like bubbled and just a bunch of bullshit. And then at the bottom where the opening is, he cut all the way down to my muscle. So I was on medicine. I couldn't walk for 3 weeks. This happened years ago. I still can't have penetrative sex. Like I just don't use the coochie no more.
Damn, bro. That's fucked up. Like, that's great coochie going to waste. And, you know, like, damn. Like, not trying to be funny or nothing, but, like, all she wanted was a little haircut, a little trim up. I think she should be able to sue the hell out the doctor, but, you know, she's going to explain why it's been a difficult time trying to do that. But that had to be, you know, very traumatic.
I just use it to go to the bathroom and that's it. And Medicaid paid for it, but now they won't because now it's deemed reconstructive and Medicaid won't pick that up. And unfortunately, I only found
reconstructive. What the fuck? How you gonna tell a woman her pussy reconstructive? You had it, you know, it ain't in the original box. You had some work done to it, added on or trimmed off.
Found 2 doctors in America that even would try to fix it. High end 50,000, low end 10,000. I don't work.
High end 50,000, low end 10,000. That should be something that people can, you know, help her get to if that's what she's really trying to do. But the crazy thing about it is you will hear about people helping out races and, you know.
Unless I'm out of school, I'm like a full-time college student, so I just haven't had it. So here I am.
You couldn't sue the doctor anymore?
Oh, I had 27 lawyers. In the state of Tennessee, to file malpractice, it's incredibly hard. You need at least 6 figures just to file.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. So she's saying that, you know, she tried this, and that's crazy how they'll make it hard for you to sue, you know, lawyers. I mean, not lawyers, doctors and shit like that.
Man, this is tragic.
Yeah. So I ain't got a choice. Everybody be like, you're so pretty. Why do you slang dick? Da, da, da. I don't have a coochie. What do you want me to do?
How has that affected you mentally? Like, even if you felt like you might want to, you couldn't.
It gets very dark sometimes. Luckily, I have a better support system than I did when this first happened. But if it wasn't for like certain people in my life, like I really.
I bet. Because that's like telling a nigga, I mean, put yourself in her shoes. You know what I'm saying? You fucked around and get your dick clipped off. Yeah, nigga, your whole life is over. That's crazy. But I'll play a little bit more of it so she, you know, she can explain her own situation.
Considered like, well, this is the end for me. Like that's how dark it got.
Right. Because, you know, I can, and I just say this very, my joke is like, when people talk about getting old, I was like, you can take me out once my dick stops working.
Exactly. I'm like, I felt like my womanhood was taken from me, especially because the doctor never even told me that could happen to me. I'm still trying to figure, like, because it was big. So like, what was he thinking? Let me just take a pair of scissors and like, he knew he was just supposed to trim. Like, right. It changed my whole life, really.
So, and I wanted to talk about that so we could, because I know that you have a link there for, you're trying to raise money to.
Well, the thing is, I was never like vocal about this.
Right.
But I have had people tell me throughout the years, maybe you should crowdfund or something. You should get this fixed. But it's such a sensitive topic for me. But when Chud did what he did, and I'm like, well, the whole world already thinks you raw dogged me in a trailer. How much worse could my name possibly get? Right. So I was just like, well, since the spotlight's on me, I actually need help. So are y'all gonna help me? But that backfired because literally his people were making videos all over YouTube and we're like, she's lying, don't donate to her, blah, blah, blah.
You know, with that, and we definitely want everybody to donate. Because that shouldn't be your life. That's unfair. That's unfair that they didn't correct it. Like, that's just terrible.
Thank you. And I have proof. I am on realself.com because I'm big into sponsorships and stuff. And I'm a firm believer. You should know where your money's going. So if anybody does want to know, like, the pictures are right there on Real Self before and after, but it is graphic. So just a warning.
And
that's real. So I want to make sure I played that part. So, you know, to the people in the chat, if you watching this either on replay or whatever, if you want to go and check out this interview for yourself in fullity, you can go check it out. I'm gonna drop the link once more in the chat, and I think the link to any donations or help that you want to do to this young lady because you understand what she's going through, you could drop that in the chat. But we learned something through the mess of Chud the Builder. But this is the black woman that he loved. He loved her to, you know, plug him. He used to be Chug the Plug. Plug the Chug. So she the one that turned him into her bitch. So don't get all out your body and shit about this man. If he beat this case, or if they drop a charge, or if some people are supporting them and all that stuff like that, man, it's just a psyop, man. These folks trying to get everybody out their body. They trying to get people to start race riding. We already know what's going to happen next. The orange man going to get behind them. They're going to keep trying to stir the narrative about, hey, this is about free speech and all that stuff like that. And we know it ain't about no damn free speech. Free speech don't require you to pull out your gun and shoot somebody. So, I mean, if that's going to start being the free speech and everything, and people are going to start moving like that, that's going to be the new norm, man, we're going to have some big, big problems. I ain't lying. Because there's many people walking around with guns these days in Florida and Georgia and all of these southern states and everything, and you telling me that if somebody come and punch you in your face, beat your ass, you can pull out your gun right there and you're justified, even if you do have a history of provoking those people. Now, like we seen in the evidence that we seen earlier, the guy that was that ended up getting shot, he definitely did make threats times before, and it's like both of them might be part of a psyop. So y'all just tell me what y'all think, man. I've given y'all my opinion. Like I say, yeah, Chud is a piece of shit. We seen plenty of pieces of shit like him. He just, you know, kind of trend setting with, hey, let's push the boundaries of, you know, a race war or whatever. And a lot of people are falling for it, in my opinion. And this is one of the reasons I really wasn't even talking about him when he was doing all that shit before he really got before it really got big. I have been seeing him and everything, but I was like, hey, ain't no use of, you know, giving him more attention and everything. But hey, when it comes to, I guess, these FBI psyops or whatever you want to call them, they're going to make sure it gets pushed out to the mass because they want y'all to react. And, hey, we reacting. But anyway, man, y'all have a good one. I'll be back with another reaction video. I ain't going to keep this one too much longer. I'm going to do another live, and we're going to come back with some body cam reaction footage. I'll catch y'all on that live. Shout out to the mod. Shout out to everybody that pulled up and fuck with Ears to the Streets. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Until the next show, Ears to the Street is going to get out y'all area. Y'all leave a comment. Leave a comment at the end of the video. Let me know what you think. Sorry about the times that I had some mutant problems. We'll get it together one of these days.